bad foot, isn't it?
No, yeah. Good player though, isn't it?
Yeah, he's done well for them. He scored some vital goals in the last couple of weeks.
Came on against Derby, didn't he? Came on a sub.
That was a great half volley as well. That's a great volley.
With his right foot, his left foot. Well done to Hodge.
Well, Palace versus Rotherham yesterday.
Great memories. Now, tell me, people say that the gap between the Conference and the Third Division is narrowing. Do you go along with that?
I think over the length of the season, about 6 sides at most probably could compete in the Third Division. But over one game, I mean, it's anything can happen in any division, can't it? You take them out of any division to go and play any division in the country.
Yeah, and he said if I didn't drink lots of milk, when I grow up, I'm going to be good enough to play.
Anything, like I said before, anything can happen on a day, but you've got to give it a go. We've got to give it a chance. Just go for it.
I think Accrington do put their foot in. They will have a
they'll have a go.
But
they're very attacking, but they've got absolutely nothing to lose, Ray. We said they've come up the divisions. This is just a fantastic day for them and supporters, and it's Huddersfield that's who you worry about today.
You've probably both been in that situation, but in the Huddersfield dressing room now, as the players start to come out, are they more nervous?
Yeah, I think as a manager, what you do is you say to your players, make sure you're in the hat after the end of the game. So whatever you get, make sure you're in that hat.
What do you reckon, Lara? A bit of nerves in these Huddersfield shirts?
You don't want to read the result in the paper tomorrow, and you don't want to know that you've been out of the FA Cup. And of course, everybody's here watching today, and we're looking for a shock, unfortunately, for Huddersfield.
OK, they're waiting very patiently for us to shut up. So here we go, Accrington Stanley, the conference against Third Division Huddersfield Town. And in the commentary box, it's Mark Bright and Steve Wilson.
Well, it's a beautiful day and a wonderful occasion. Exiled Accrington fans from America and Brazil have returned to watch this game against a club which played in the final 3 times in the 20s and twice in the 30s. So 3 non-league sides beat league opposition yesterday, and Accrington firmly believe that they can make it 4. There are banana skins everywhere Huddersfield look today. The Accrington side is at full strength. Their striker, Paul Mullin, has recovered from a calf injury. Their full-backs, Kavanagh and Hollis, are both coaches at Liverpool's academy. Paul Cook in midfield was captain of Burnley in the First Division last season. And Lutel James is a St Kitts and Nevis international with 10 goals in 17 games this season.
Well, Accrington got exactly what they wanted in this draw, home advantage and against league opposition. We're told they're going to play a 4-4-2 formation. Striker Lutel James usually plays out on the right. He's been moved to the centre to partner Paul Mullin. 6 of this starting lineup of league experience, and talking to the players before the game, they feel they've got a genuine chance of an upset.
Well, Huddersfield have in John Stead a striker who is wanted by Sunderland after his 11 goals this season. Anthony Lloyd plays only his 4th senior game because Tony Carrs is injured. Andy Booth has been a regular scorer throughout his career, 2 spells with Huddersfield and 1 at Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, former teammate of mine at Sheffield Wednesday. He's a solid pro, Boothie. He knows what to expect today. Peter Jackson, though, he goes with a 3-5-2 formation. He's going to pack the midfield there, where he probably thinks the game can be won and lost. But he knows the real reason the TV cameras are here today, because there's a genuine chance of a giant killing. His instruction to his players will be, quieten the crowd, do not give any encouragement to the home team.
And amongst the substitutes on the Accrington bench is Gordon Armstrong, who played for Sunderland against Liverpool in the 1992 FA Cup final. And our referee today is Mike Jones, who has made the short trip from Ellesmere Port. The 5th successive year he's taken charge of a first-round tie. The previous 4 have all gone to replays. Wonder of the FA Cup first round. And Accrington Stanley, a club with a proud history, will be writing another chapter today, come what may. It is Accrington who wear the red shirts, white shorts. Huddersfield from the 3rd division in the blue and white stripes with the blue shorts. There's the manager of Accrington Stanley, John Coleman, with a great big smile. And his assistant, Jimmy Bell, taking a seat next to him. The FA Cup went to John Coleman's school this week. He teaches at St Aloysius Primary in Huyton. And Accrington in the first half are kicking from left to right. That is down the slope. This is Soji getting the better of Mullin. Calcutt. It's still in play. Prendergast. Good positive start by Accrington. Cook finding the head of Soji. Prendergast. Mullin. Lutel James. And Andy Booth for Huddersfield. And that handball against Danny Schofield, but what a bright start from Accrington.
Well, it's a positive start, isn't it? Straight away, straight down to the Huddersfield box, a couple of balls across the box, just causing a little bit of a stir amongst the defence.
This is Lutel James, who has forced the corner. Came off Anthony Lloyd. And James is quick, and he will be a threat. Corner to be taken by Rory Prendergast. Plenty forward here for Accrington Stanley. Lutel James is nearest the goalkeeper. It's towards James. Here's Proctor. Good cross by Proctor. Out of the danger area by Worthington, but Huddersfield still haven't got this clear. Calcutt. And Huddersfield will be happy to have a throw-in. Schofield's challenge on Calcutt. And a first touch in the Huddersfield goal for Ian Gray. And almost all the action has been in front of his goal. Booth just beaten in the air. It's a good ball from Schofield. Andy Holdsworth. Came off Holdsworth last as he tried to run through the fullback, Steve Hollis. Hollis with the throw. Mullin's flick on to James. Prendergast to Calcutt. It's Kavanagh, the captain, finding Lutel James. Well left by Soji. Lutel James has scored a hat-trick from right wing this season, but prefers to play as one of a front two, and he gets his wish today.
Yeah, down the middle, told he's very, very quick. He's got 10 goals already. And obviously in front of the cameras, everyone wants to impress, so he'll be...
It's a decent cross to Booth. Anthony Lloyd's cross. And Accrington will have to watch Booth closely.
Yeah, he's very good in the air, Andy Booth. He's got a good leap on him, but on that occasion there, just wasn't allowed to get his full body behind the ball and get the power he wanted to direct it towards goal.
He's approaching 100 career goals for Huddersfield, Andy Booth, 5 short. Here is Booth to Worthington. And Holdsworth. Holland only found Hollis.
Another ball required.
Yeah, they've got stewards behind that stand on the far side to collect any loose balls. I think they must have drawn the short straw today. FA Cup first round, home to Huddersfield, and you have to stand behind the stand. You won't see anything.
Bless you, you can watch it on the television later.
That's Stead. It's not away yet either. Oh, the goalkeeper's missed it. Kennedy, Booth and Stead are in there and Cook away. Nervous moments there for Accrington.
They were, and do you know what? I cannot believe the referee didn't give a free kick. Goalkeeper was absolutely charged into the back there.
John Kennedy in goal for Accrington. Sunderland fans may remember he spent a while on the books at the Stadium of Light before being released last season. And a referee in conversation with Steve Halford and Andy Booth. Lloyd's free kick. Well out by Cook, who's seen a lot of the ball early on. Booth looking to turn. James and Clark together, and James has done well. When you have someone with pace like that up front, you always have an out ball.
Oh, there's no question. And he's obviously looking to stretch the game. I think Huddersfield a little bit deep too early as well. It's encouraging the ball to get into the feet and then into the box.
Mullin and James. And Proctor finds Calcutt. To settle for a throw-in off Anthony Lloyd. He did well, Lloyd, to keep it away from Kavanagh. Good ball by Stead to Holdsworth. And again, Holdsworth. There's danger here with Schofield. Good attack by Huddersfield. Schofield all in the centre of it.
It was. It's just the final pass, you know, he's just a little bit lazy. He does well here to go past Cookie, and he just, instead of just pushing this in front there, he just gives it to feet. If he pushes it in front, then he can go on to get a good strike at goal. It's just a little bit under his feet.
I think Kennedy probably had it covered. One by Mullin. Prendergast looking for James. Has he got him behind here? Well, it looked like he might have done for a moment. Nathan Clark was the man who was in trouble.
He got the wrong side of him, didn't he? Had he just put his foot through that, you never know what could have happened.
And that's Kennedy's. Seventh in the Nationwide Conference at the moment, John Coleman's side. Having been promoted last season, comprehensively winning their feeder league, the Unibond. Stead and Schofield appear to leave it for each other. And that is a free kick. Well, Halford will complain, but I don't honestly think that there was any doubt that he fouled John Worthington.
Well, I don't know, both their feet were up there. If you watch this, they both go up there with the feet. Oh, sorry, Steve. He was a little bit late there.
You cannot defend the indefensible.
Yeah, I just got away with one a little bit there. Do you know, I saw him in the tunnel area and, oh, dear. I got out of his way and I'm not even playing.
He looks fearsome, Halford. And his nickname is the Hacker. I haven't made that up.
It's a good opportunity, this one, Steve. It's downwind as well. A little bit of an angle on the ball to the keeper's right.
Downwind, but uphill. It looks like Stead at the moment, or Lloyd. It's Stead. Having a very good season, John Stead. 11 goals so far. And Huddersfield are continuing to ignore the attentions of Sunderland.
Yeah, I was talking to Andy Booth just before the game, and he said that, you know, this is a good young player. He said he's got everything, you know. He's got to get himself going today and do it in front of the TV cameras and show everyone what he can do. He said, but he's got a lot of faith in this guy.
Only 20, and like Andy Booth, a local boy born in Huddersfield. Mullin beats Soje in the air. Holdsworth and Prendergast together. Holdsworth wins out. Worthington. And again Worthington. For Stead, that was nice. Booth here. Holdsworth, three in the centre. Just couldn't squeeze in the cross, Andy Holdsworth.
Well, the opportunity was there for him. That ball was laid back there by Booth. They just walk onto that and just shape it into the box. I think Steve Halford will have to be careful now. You know, he's a couple of warnings. The referee's already had a word with him, you know, about a bit of shenanigans going on in the box while the ball's out. So I think he needs to be really careful now, not to get booked.
Kennedy away. Just about 4,500 inside the Crown Ground. And Huddersfield, I'm told, sold their allocation of about 400 in 20 minutes. Kavanagh's throw. Proctor forward to James. Prendergast will chase. Andy Holdsworth is ahead of him. He's covering a lot of ground, Holdsworth. Hollis to James. Good old scrap. Huddersfield get the free kick.
Well, I'm not sure if should have play on there. It's an opportunity for Huddersfield to break, but encouraging signs for Peter Jackson. You're playing away from home against the non-league team and the home crowds all against you, but the signs are his team are competing and competing well, and that's important for him at this early stage of the game. I just think they're playing a little bit too deep.
Looking for Booth. Alfred's header away. Chase is on, Sodje and Mullin. The bounce favoured Mullin.
I think it's offside.
Side flag is up.
Just play on there. They're in possession of the ball. Accrington, just play on.
Well, it's Accrington's possession. And Kavanagh, who played for England's semi-professional side on Tuesday, looking for James. Booth underneath the header. Kavanagh's throw at the England semi-pro side on Tuesday, in which he was a member, drew 2-2 with Belgium's under-21 side. Jonathan Blondell of Tottenham Hotspur played for Belgium. Here's Mullin. Well, it's a good cup tie, isn't it?
Well defended. Yeah, well defended by him there. Read the flick on, got around in good cover.
Here's some, just a hint of danger for Accrington with Worthington.
He anticipates this flick on well. Just times his run to the box. You just see him on the edge of the box coming into it now. He's good defending. I think it's Hollis gets his foot up there. Just sort of encourage him to shoot towards goal. There's a perfect example, Steve. That the goalkeeper can only just get it, what, 10-15 yards over the halfway line, and the centre-halves can't win it because they're having to come over the top of the forwards.
And the pass from Calcutt went straight to Worthington. Holdsworth. Stead, nice back heel. Deflected! And it wasn't far wide from Chris Holland.
Well, Accrington have got to be careful of this. Midfield players running off forwards. Neat little back heel from Stead there. Once gets onto it, good touch. Does well. It's on target, but it's well defended.
Came off Robbie Williams. Well, Stead and Booth will both provide an aerial threat for Huddersfield from corners and set pieces. Sodje being closely watched too. It's over Sodje and away from Stead. And the foot was high. Prendergast is hurt. And Worthington is sent off. John Worthington is sent off.
Well, I could see Peter Jackson there to the fourth official. What's that for? It was high. I don't think there's any question about that.
Well, it's Huddersfield's 7th red card this season.
You can see it. Well, he looks to me like he's going for a shot at goal. He doesn't look to me like he's trying to block or intend to hurt anybody at all. I think he just swings for it like a shot at goal. I really feel he's unlucky there, because if you take into account what Halford did a few moments earlier, when I didn't think he looked like he was causing any harm, and the replay showed that he was very late with that one. He didn't even get a yellow card for that, Halford.
Well, it wasn't that dissimilar a challenge.
It wasn't. And do you know the important? I think the referee's right on top of it. You know, he's only a couple of yards away. I don't know if maybe he felt he saw something that didn't really happen. It was, well, it's an encouraging start from Huddersfield, but now they go to 9 men. It's 10 men.
Well, Worthington's only just come back from a ban. He missed their 6-2 defeat at Scunthorpe.
I can see it here. Is he trying to hurt somebody with that? I don't know. I just think a lot's been made of it.
Well, Prendergast was hurt, but how much real intent was there? It was that the ball was there to be won, it seemed to me.
Well, the way he's shaping up for that, it looks to me like he's going to try and hit that with his laces towards goal. He's coming in to volley that ball. He turns his head at the last minute, maybe because of the collision, but I don't think there's any intent there to hurt.
11 against 10. 0-0, and Accrington will fancy it even more now. Here's Calcutt. Kavanagh. Good break by the full-back. Calcutt just slipped as he started his run to try and receive the pass from Kavanagh. I think that's why he didn't get there. Well, if it looked a hard tie when the draw was made, it looks even harder now. Prendergast up to Mullin. Clark away. Paul Cook for Accrington Stanley finds Proctor. And Mullin fouling Sodje.
Well, we know all about Sodje. He's a competitor, isn't he? Played in the World Cup, Nigeria.
Halford forward. Well won by Mullin. Sodje away. Steve Hollis towards Prendergast. Cook. And Holdsworth just failed to keep the ball in play.
It looks like Huddersfield have gone to a 4 at the back now, Steve, and going 3 in midfield. Still, it looks like they're keeping the 2 up front, and I'd have thought one of them needs to drop back in and just help the midfield out a little bit.
Yeah, Paul Scott has moved up into midfield for Huddersfield. This is Prendergast getting booed by the Huddersfield fans. Well, they think he made a meal of it.
I'm not too sure how hurt he was, but our view from it was clear. I don't think there was any intent to hurt. I think it was a genuine attempt to volley.
And Stead and Hollis together. Kavanagh to Calcutt. Sodje concedes the throw. There's a whiff in the air, Mark, and it smells like upset to me.
Well, they need any more encouragement, Accrington. I mean, they started off quite well, pushing the ball into the box.
Come again, son.
Kavanagh. Lloyd did well. Lloyd again. Holland forward. And it's found its target, Danny Schofield. This is Andy Holdsworth. Stead. Cook to Prendergast. Easy for Sodje, really. Instead causing Halford problems. Anthony Lloyd.
That's one to forget, Anthony Lloyd. Just needs to take his time there. Stead's done really well, winning the first header. Ball's come down to him, doesn't need to cross it first time. He has got the time to pull it down, maybe come back onto his right foot. Last thing you want to do is put it over the back of the goal.
It's a good battle in the air between Sodje and Mullin. Pretty even so far. Proctor forward. Scott away. Halford certainly bosses that back line for Accrington.
Yeah, and at the moment the Accrington forwards are bossing the line at the Huddersfield's defence because they're dictating how deep they can go.
This is Proctor. Peter Kavanagh. Oh, and Calcutt just took his eye off the ball. A wry smile. Kavanagh given to Lloyd. Scott. Oh, looked like a push by Halford on Booth.
Huddersfield fans shouting off, we can smile about it. But the thing is, with that ball into Andy Booth is so strong. If Halford just waits, that ball might just come off him. Instead, he just concedes a free kick.
Holdsworth with the set piece for Huddersfield. That was a good header. Andy Booth.
Well, hard task for the two forwards on now, a little bit extra work, but they're occupying the back four of Accrington. You know, I found in many cases as well, when you get a man sent off, especially if you feel there's been an injustice, it unifies the team a little bit to work a bit harder and chase a bit harder, but, you know, that's usually the last 10, 15 minutes, but this is a long, long way to go.
Well, Peter Jackson there, the Huddersfield manager, will be ruining yet another red card.
Once again, Steve, another occasion where I just feel the defence are too deep. It doesn't give the centre-backs a chance to come and attack the ball. Maybe they're just frightened of the pace of James and Mullin. But they need to push the game up further because the wind's holding the ball up. Then they can attack the ball and put Accrington on the defence.
Nathan Clark's free kick. Booth's head on, there's a push. And Accrington have a free kick of their own. Booth just pushing Cook. Cook in the middle of the midfield alongside Proctor. It's a player of such huge experience. He's like the conductor, really, for Accrington.
Yeah, I mean, he was the captain of Burnley last year.
Here he is.
He's got all the experience.
Prendergast. Goal kick.
And I would have said that was a corner.
And you're not the only one, Mark.
That'll please the Huddersfield fans down that left-hand side there. Yeah, there's no question about that. Should have been a corner.
Booth's headed to Stead. Halford led with his arm raised. header by Lloyd. Oh. Booth caught Kavanagh. Referee right on the spot, Mike Jones.
Wow. It's a little bit silly, really, from Andy Booth, especially just had a man sent off. He's doing well to work hard to put people under pressure, but it's not something you want to do, especially if he's going to be in a battle with Halford all the game.
This is Mullin. Away by Scott. Robbie Williams' header finds Hollis. Scott's header. Well, Mullin's gone down. Didn't see much in the challenge from Sodje. Oh, he's got caught. Paul Mullin in the mouth. There's a challenge with Sodje, and those two have been competing with each other right from the off. I don't think that there was any malice in it from Sodje. We'll see.
No, it just pitches up and they both go for it. Dear, dear, dear. Well, that speaks for itself. And the referee's dealt with one situation down the other end of the pitch. And I think Sodje can consider himself very lucky not to have been booked or even sent off.
Well, he caught him, didn't he?
Did. Well, there's no doubt about it. Paul Mullin making his presence felt up front, giving the defenders a hard time, which is exactly what he should be. You know, and he'll be asking the referee a little question there. How did you miss that?
I think of Paul Mullin. His surname may be familiar, and he is the elder brother of John Mullin, once of Sunderland and Rotherham. Halford. James and Lloyd together, two of the smallest players on the pitch. Holland forward to Stead. That's Huddersfield's throw. Holland will take it. Here's James. Clark's boot in quickly. Stead away to Holdsworth, but it might come to Hollis. Little battles all over the place at the moment. Prendergast. Quite lively down the left-hand side, Prendergast, but he hasn't once got a really good ball into the box.
No, he cut one back towards the edge of the 18-yard box, but going to take a bit of barracking down that side for the time being, that's for sure.
Headed by Proctor.
Yeah, well left. Well, I think Mullin's still off the pitch, isn't he? Oh, here he comes.
Here he comes.
Yeah.
Clever ball to Stead, Halford away. Was that a foul? You would think it could only be a matter of time before Halford gets a yellow card. Lloyd. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I said it was only a matter of time.
That's what's known as a Jonah. Well, I think it's just persistent fouling. You know, I don't think there's anything really malice in that, but, you know, I think the referee could point to a few occasions on the pitch where he's conceded fouls and, you know, he's strong, he's old-fashioned centre-half, what we call uncompromising.
Well, he was sent off last weekend in Accrington's 0-0 draw at Gravesend. Got quite a red card count with these two clubs. It's up to 13 now this season. Huddersfield 7, Accrington 6.
Is that including today?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a long way to go in this game as well. Huddersfield with this free kick. It's John Stead, it's charged down by Cook. Scott leaves it for Holdsworth. And Halford took care as he slid into the challenge.
He did well, it was a timely one. Won the ball fair and square. But Stead, once he's touched that ball, I think Cook was about 2 yards from him before he could get his shot in.
Halford away. Now Prendergast running into Holland. Holdsworth. And actually, since the red card, you have to say that Huddersfield has done pretty well. They haven't let it affect them unduly. Though I think the bench is pretty angry about it. Here's Cook. Untidy tumble between Proctor and Stead. Oh, James and Sodje. Schofield. Was looking for John Stead to make a run.
He was. He was a little bit unlucky, actually, because when Stead wanted it, he ran with it. And then when Stead come up against the defence, he had to stop, otherwise he would have gone offside. And that's when he released the ball.
Keeper's coming. It was always going to be tight, but he got there well. Ian Gray.
Did, didn't he?
Just for a minute, I thought he was second favourite to get there. Mullin, you can see, still has a very red, bloodied lip. Calcutt. Goal kick. He's a Huddersfield boy, Dean Calcutt. In fact, he lives right next to the McAlpine Stadium.
Popular lad if he scored the winning goal today. Probably staying here.
He's not apparently a Huddersfield fan. Here's Halford. One of the 6 with league experience in the Accrington starting lineup. Started his career with Bury. This is Prendergast looking for Calcutt, and there's a bit of space ahead of him. Anthony Lloyd coming back. 4 in the middle here. Needs a good cross, didn't get the best one, but James! It's a corner. And it's a really good move from Accrington. Probably their best of the game so far. Cook will take the corner. Halford is inside the 6-yard area along with James. Halford's presence did nothing to put off Ian Gray. Williams back in towards Mullin. Won the header, Halford still forward. Booth is back, Proctor wins it. Mullin and Sodje together. Not a lot of space in there for Halford. And he'll be happy with the corner.
Well, big fella did well, actually, pulled it down. Little shim in the edge of the box. Got towards the bar, and that's the only thing you do there, and just try and get somebody to poke it off you and concede a corner.
Prendergast will take. Proctor, Mullin, Calcutt, Halford and James all in there. Sodje away, and there was a push as well.
Such a waste. Such a waste. You just let the home team off there, pushing and pulling for no reason.
But he had a really good opportunity. Good shot on the turn.
He did have a good chance. Came into me, his touch was good, but then he found himself a little bit of space to swivel, and he didn't hesitate, didn't even look up. He knew where the goals was. It's a good save, Kennedy. Was it Gray? Yes.
It was probably Accrington's best move of the game. Here's Proctor. There's a lot of blood round that mouth.
He's really feeling his hard done by now. So just got the audacity to say he was using his elbows. Yeah, I thought the referee would do this, just have a word with them both, just calm it down. The best thing Paul Mullin here is, you know, he knows what's gone on. He feels he's had an elbow. Punish Huddersfield with a goal. That's what he's got to do. He's almost to punish Huddersfield with a goal. Yeah, he's just using his arms a little bit there, and he goes to ground. He's looking for a free kick.
Stead. Schofield, good footwork. And Chris Holland in a good position. Schofield is at the heart of most of Huddersfield's midfield scheming. And that's Holdsworth. Booth to attack it, and Kennedy does really well. James looking to turn Scott, and he kept it in, but couldn't find anyone in red. It's a Huddersfield throw. Well, Huddersfield's away form has been a real problem for them in recent weeks. 6-2 at Scunthorpe, lost at Carlisle in the LDV Trophy, Carlisle being the league's bottom club. And they're in a good cup tie here.
Oh, they've got a game on their hands. I think they know that as well.
It's a good bounce for Booth. Played here as a youngster in the FA Youth Cup, Andy Booth. So did you score? He said probably.
Most strikers say that. He'd love one today, that's for sure.
Holdsworth. Hollis underneath it. Here's Lloyd. Stead trying to squeeze it through to Schofield, gets another chance to create something. John Stead, nice positive thinking. Needs some help now though. Has it from Lloyd. Away from Cook, good challenge. Stead in the middle with Schofield and Booth. It's Booth who climbed, and Booth who was fouling. Cup winners in 1922. Huddersfield in the last final to be played at Stamford Bridge. It was the year before the White Horse final, the first at Wembley. And some people have a pretty good free view. Schofield. Good turn by Stead. Good vision too. Holdsworth, though, is in a bit of a corner with Prendergast on his shoulder. And he's got a corner.
He has. But this could have been so much better. Stead, good turn on the edge of the box. Just the pass was just too firm for his teammate coming onto. Just needs to roll that there for a simple cross.
Holdsworth to take. You heard the shout of keepers, and it is. Second attempt, but keepers nonetheless. Well done, Kennedy.
It was. There was a lot of bodies there. He come and collected. Gives the defence a lot of confidence as well.
That's out of play. Huddersfield's throw from Lutal James. Hollis.
Indecision. Needs to be done quickly. Mullins available up front. Just feed it into him and then get the ball back.
Holdsworth. Holland to Booth, to Holdsworth. Good running by Schofield. And still inside. Well, just a glimmer for Danny Schofield. It's a good move by Huddersfield.
Yeah, I think a couple of seasons ago, I think he got double figures from midfield, and you can see that he runs off the front men well, but they need more from him, more goals this season.
They don't appear to have been unduly affected by the sending off. Though Accrington have a numerical advantage, it's still a very even game, and it was before.
It happens like that, Steve.
I think that's to Huddersfield's credit. Prendergast. There he is again, Prendergast, looking for James. That's Holland beaten to it by Lutal James. Proctor. Kavanagh. Proctor. Just about finds Kavanagh. And Socha concedes the corner. He didn't need to.
Well, sometimes unnecessary corners can be punished. All he needs to do here is just hook that ball out. I think he's trying to kick it up in the air so he can overhead kick it down the line. So close to half-time, don't give nothing away.
Prendergast will take. Nervous moment this for the visitors. Only half a punch really, and then a really good challenge. This is Hollis. Clark did brilliantly to get in the way. It looked promising for Accrington. Still might be. Calcutt. Good run by Calcutt, inviting the shot. There's his wrong foot.
Well, he does ever so well, doesn't he? Shapes go outside, comes inside, now he's inside the penalty. There's a lot of bodies in there. Just need to keep it down. If it takes a deflection, it can go anywhere. It's a little bit carried away. Probably the best opening in the first half as well.
Lloyd underneath it. Here's Calcutt through the challenge. Good try! Oh, and an excellent save! What a good try by Dean Calcutt. And Ian Gray only just tipped it over the top.
Wow, the shot was the save was equal to the shot, wasn't it? He does so much better this time. It's identical to the last one. Comes inside on the left foot. He's got the shape on it. He's got the angle on it. But it's a great save.
Accrington corner in stoppage time. 0-0. Prendergast to take. Well out by Booth. All hands to the pump for Huddersfield. All 10 of them. Prendergast again. Away from Holland. That was Halford diving in with Booth. And Stead, he's on his own. And he's fouled by Kavanagh.
He was.
What a good effort by Dean Calcutt.
And it's all come in the last few minutes, hasn't it? He's done really well. He's probably getting closer and closer if he can get another opportunity from the same side. Here it is. Look, the shot's so much better. It's on target, and that's a fantastic tip over.
It's a wonderful save. Booth with the header. Kennedy kept a close eye on it. Well, it's just an outstanding piece of goalkeeping by Ian Gray. Last few seconds of the half.
You can just see Paul Cook just saying to Calcutt there, that's better, run at them, get inside, just encouraging him. 2 in a couple of minutes. You never know what could happen in the second half now if you give him the ball.
This is Booth. And all square at half-time. Dean Calcutt with the best moment of the first half for John Coleman's Accrington Stanley. Ian Gray made an outstanding save to keep it out of the Huddersfield goal. But Peter Jackson very unhappy with the sending off of John Worthington, which may yet prove to be a big factor in this match. But at half-time, it is Accrington Stanley 0, Huddersfield 0.
And we've come inside because Mark got a little bit cold.
Yeah,
Has the first half warmed you up?
The last couple of minutes started to. It's not been a good game so far. I think Huddersfield have been extremely unlucky with the sending off of Worthington. I honestly don't think he made any contact whatsoever, although, as we see, the referee was in a great position. Credit to Huddersfield, because you wouldn't know walking into this ground now that they're playing with 10 men. And they've virtually, apart from the last 2 minutes, kept Accrington Stanley at arm's length.
Kevin, what's your assessment of the way the game has gone so far?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's not been too much happening. Lacking chances up until the last few minutes, really. But I think the sending-offs made a big change in the match. It was just building up to be quite an entertaining game, and then the sending-off, which was not the best of decisions that we've seen, I would say. But
I think people at home might be slightly mystified.
Well, we are. Well, we are mystified, and the thing is, look at the referee's position as the first thing, right? It's an absolutely fantastic position to make the decision, so credit to him, but I just can't see.
I think it's actually the reaction of
the player who goes down.
I mean, look at him holding his leg now, and the way his leg goes back. I mean, that's...
Well, if he's hurt himself, and that's fair enough, however he fell or whatever.
I can't understand how he's hurt himself.
Well, this is a better... This is probably the better angle. If any, he might... What's he caught him with? He's caught him with his thigh, his shin.
Yeah, shin on the calf or something. But
as Kevin said, the reaction.
Like Lotto says, I mean, the referee's literally 10 yards away, right in line with it, and it can change a game.
I think if at worst that's a booking. I think this is the worst. I think this is a definite sending off. He just hits him with the back of his elbow.
He's getting his arm across him. I don't know how much intent is in there.
Are you not sure, Kevin? It does look bad.
It does look bad. I've seen worse. I've seen less.
Sol Campbell got sent off against Solskjaer last year for this, and this is obviously
that's another one.
Revenge time.
Yeah, getting your hand.
But I mean, therein lies a problem that I think Sodge's challenge is far worse than Worthington.
I think that's what we're saying more than anything. If there's one decision deserves a sending off, does another one
just because Sol Campbell got sent off doesn't mean that should.
No, it doesn't mean it's no, it doesn't. But what I'm saying, I just think that is a sending off. Today we're based almost talking about non-contact sport at time now with football. That's got to be a sending off, even in your book.
Well, that decision has surely got to change the game. That has changed the game already. If you're Huddersfield now, what are you saying in the dressing room?
Well, do you say it's changed the game? I think the best decision that Peter Jackson, the manager's made, is he's actually kept the two lads up front. So he's allowing Huddersfield that when they do get the ball forward, that they're keeping hold of it, they're allowing them to get up. Maybe not as far as maybe he wants them at times, but they're allowing to get up. He could have easily have taken a striker off and kept like a tight back four or gone back to a flat back four and kept the midfield strong, but he hasn't. He's kept 3 at the back, 4 in midfield and the 2 lads up front, and I must admit they do look dangerous, the 2 lads up front for Huddersfield, Booth and Stead.
There weren't bags of chances in the first half, but there were a couple.
Well, hardly any. You're being optimistic. Yeah, no, I mean, I think this is undoubtedly the best one, which is Calcutt's shot, and he's done all right, this lad down the right-hand side. Gets a little bit of a break. And I think, you know, it's a great shot, and it's a save for the cameras, isn't it? I think it was always going to be a comfortable save, but
He just had a chance just before it, though, didn't he?
Very similar.
He had a good chance before and he slaved it over the bar. That time he's hit the target.
But we should rejoice.
Good save, but...
No, we should rejoice. We had a shot on target.
I think there's one
can only get
before,
better.
The lad,
Are you counting that as a shot?
I looked how James had a shot, didn't he?
He did.
The ball played into him.
He's not bad.
Little turn. He's causing a few problems. Him and Ladmo. I like the centre forwards from both sides. They're both causing each defensive problems.
But we've had no chances.
But no chances, yeah. Nice,
but bags
nice
of
battles going about, isn't it?
Nice
We're building it up nicely.
And bags of optimism for the second half. Well done. Let's just look back at some of yesterday's ties. Now here's a roundup featuring some of the best goals and the best performances.
15 seconds of fame for a chosen few, starting at Scarborough, not a place for faint hearts.
Let's hope that everyone is singing off the same hymn sheet with this free kick. Oh, it was a decent effort too. Best effort of the game so far with just a few minutes gone. Here come Doncaster Rovers and Greg Blundell away from Colin Crine. Good save by Walker. They're hardly an unknown quantity to each other, these two. Terrific ball in towards Rose! Oh, yes! Carl Rose makes the breakthrough for Scarborough! And there goes the final whistle and a famous victory in this Yorkshire derby for Scarborough of the Conference.
It's not only the super-rich who look to foreign footballers for a dividend. Here we had a former Tunisia under-21 international in Stevenage colours and doing them proud. Goal number 1 from Dino Marmuria, and he knew how to celebrate. Soon afterwards, James Gould crossed, and Marmuria's head made the important contact. 2 in 8 minutes. Although Stockport may be second division, they're 4th from bottom. But Simon Wormel's handball offered an escape route. Jim Goodwin converted the penalty, but it was Dino's day and Stevenage's day.
Clough Senior never won the FA Cup as a manager, but young Nigel grabbed his share of the weekend's Cup headlines, albeit as overseer to a first-round shock. Steve Woods gifted Burton an advantage, an early contender for own goal of the month. But Leroy Rosignor's Torquay levelled the tie on the hour, Jimmy Benfield providing the right finish to offer home hope. But Burton Albion's best Cup result in 2 decades was secured just 19 minutes later. The manager's through ball, Robbie Talbot's finish, all in front of several coachloads of Staffordshire day trippers.
Ford United's victims so far, Didcot Town, Worthing, Cambridge City, and the chance of adding Port Vale to the list looked distinctly possible when Mervyn Abraham gave Ford the lead. Port Vale's recent form has disappointed manager Brian Horton, but in the second half his side looked more like the players who started the season so confidently. Stephen McPhee levelled the scores. That was on the hour, and 4 minutes later, a goal by Liam Burns looked set to remind the Ryman Premier Division side of their status. Not incidentally just a team of postmen and plumbers, it was Alex Fiddes, a stockbroker no less, whose powerful equaliser earned a replay on Wednesday week. Port Vale could yet go the way of Didcot Town.
The weekend started early for the would-be giant killers of Thurrock. Friday night and the Essex boys were doing all right against Luton until Emerson Boyce's opening goal. But Thurrock weren't to be easily shaken off. Terry Bowe's late equaliser.
Which is one of 7 being played today. 2 of the 6 games are also underway. Hornchurch of the Ryman League playing 3rd Division Darlington. Another famous club that folded on their way back. Unibond League side Bradford Park Avenue and out of the league in 1970. They're playing 2nd Division Bristol City. Let's take a look at the goals in that match. And there was plenty early on. The first after 5 minutes. From close range, it was Andy Hayward that brought Bradford Park Avenue ahead. 19th in the Unibond League, separated from 2nd Division City by 80 places. The equaliser came just a minute later. Kevin Amankwa from very close range making it 1-1. And then 2 minutes later, Amankwa, 21-year-old trainee with the club, defender playing up front, made it 2-1. You get value for money if you go to games like this. Is then after 13 minutes, another equaliser. This was Danny Coles. It's an own goal, and there's some new rules in this game. Every goal has to be scored from round about a yard, and those watching in the car boot sale started to get excited. One other goal in the Hornchurch game against Darlington. Hornchurch have taken the lead. Steve West tripped, and it was Steve West that scored the penalty to give them a 1-0 lead, 4th in the Ryman Premier League. So, we're going to hear from an Accrington fan now, Birmingham City's David Dunn. He's with Damien Johnson.
David, a Premiership footballer coming back to his roots, very much in the Accrington camp today.
Yeah, you know, it's good to come back and support the local sides. I think, you know, I've got a few days off. We've not having a game for 2 weeks, so it's good to come back and support them.
I think it's fair to say in that first half, Accrington rather on top.
I think so. I think it's fair to say, you know, they've given us as good as they've got. You know, it went long ago, Huddersfield a 1st Division side, so you know, I think that they're a little bit unlucky not to be maybe leading.
Huddersfield down to 10 men, of course, with Worthington sent off. What was your view of the incident?
Well, obviously it's hard to see it from where we're sat, but you know, I think there've been a few tackles that could have gone either way, and I thought it was a little bit harsh, and you know, I just hope it doesn't go on and spoil the game.
The game needs a goal.
It does, and Dean Calvert was unlucky at the end there. He made a good save from the keeper to deny him, but I think they look pretty much on top, and hopefully they'll go on and get the result.
Whatever happens, it's a terrific day for Accrington Stanley.
It is, yeah, and I think you know, looking at that off, you know, they've, like I said, they've given as much as they've got, and I think I've played against Andy Booth before, and I think if they can keep him in quiet and Jonathan Steed up front, he looks pretty sharp up front. So I think if they keep them too quiet and get it up to our 2 centre forwards, then I think we'll be all right.
Thanks, David.
No probs. Thanks.
Second half about to get underway. Accrington Stanley 0, Huddersfield 0. Back to Mark Bright and Steve Wilson.
Well, one change in the Accrington side at half-time. Jonathan Smith replacing Steve Halford, who was at the heart of things, shall we say, for the Accrington defence in the first half. Got that yellow card towards the end of the half. And John Coleman's explanation for the change is partly the fact that Halford had been booked, and partly that he was looking for some more height at the centre of his defence. So what now in the next 45 minutes can the conference side produce against the 3rd Division club? You would have to think that Accrington's best chance of winning this tie is in the next 3/4 of an hour. If they go back to the McAlpine Stadium, then obviously Huddersfield will be strong favourites. Huddersfield playing down the hill in the second half. And it is rather more of a hill than a slope, actually.
It's a straight replacement, isn't it? Jonathan Smith just going in for where Steve Halford was, and he has got that extra height, but Halford's more than making up for it with his aggression.
He's also played for Darwin as well as Accrington Stanley, another name of Football League clubs of days gone by. This is Stead for Huddersfield. That's a corner.
I think he's looked a threat, Steve. When he's got the ball, he's tried to cut inside. I think he's trying to get shots off. Got a good bit of pace, nice touch.
Holland will take, and Huddersfield are committing to attack with this set piece. Aimed towards Soji, and it was out well by the substitute Smith. underlining the worth of his extra height. Now Holland is fouled, and that could be a yellow card for Kavanagh.
Huddersfield fans are desperate for a sending off, but it's a booking. There's no question about that. Good ball out. He's closing the ball down too quickly. He can't adjust his feet, and he inevitably has to foul. It was just as a corner for Huddersfield.
This would be just what Peter Jackson and Terry Yorath were looking for at the start of the second half. Huddersfield's management duo. In comes the free kick. Lots of pressure in there, and the header over the top in the end from Booth.
Oh, the referee's given a corner. Well, this is the ball in. Booth rises high above everybody and maybe come off Smith. The substitute's just come on, who looks like he's going to do a man-to-man marking job on set pieces with Booth.
More pressure on the Accrington goal. Holland to deliver once again. Oh, not far away. Andy Booth disappointed because that was as close as Huddersfield have come.
Well, I would say the majority of Andy Booth's goals have come from his head. And he gets away from Smith a little bit here, and he attacks the near post. He's getting there ahead of the goalkeeper as well. I mean, I think the goalkeeper might have just got a little touch on that. Well, it's an encouraging start from the second half from Huddersfield. A couple of attempts at goal already.
Despite their man disadvantage. Accrington play on. Huddersfield have a man down, Paul Scott in the centre circle. Cross from Prendergast, Mullin, Luchel James just blocked. The chance hasn't gone yet. Mullin and James trying to scrap it into the back of the net, and as Gray picks it up, Huddersfield escape, but they have a problem because Paul Scott is still down inside the centre circle.
Yeah, I think that was a challenge from Mullin. Mullin's a little bit earlier, but this was like a scene from the Keystone Cops, wasn't it? Good delivery here. Sodji can't get there. It comes down to James. I thought he was just going to get his shot off quickly. Now it's loose. Keeper's on the deck. It's just a mad scramble, isn't it? Well, they did well to clear it in the end. It's good defending.
Well, it's Nathan Clark did really well, didn't he?
Oh, he did, yeah. I mean, they're throwing their bodies on that. Just anything to not concede a goal.
Well, there is the man who's down, Paul Scott.
I think it was his shoulder. You know, well, hopefully not, but sort of hurt it. I think it was Mullins who come with a challenge, used his arm just over the top. Maybe just got him on top of the shoulder, I'm not too sure.
I think it's a tender jaw or something, but...
Yeah, is it Schofield? No, it's not. Scott,
no, it's
yeah.
Scott who's,
Scott
who's hurt. Here it is. Well, in the scheme of things, it didn't look that bad, but he felt it.
So nice back on his, well, his neck cum jaw.
And Paul Mullin still bearing the scars of Sodje's earlier challenge.
Well, he's back on now. That's important because they don't need any more men off the pitch.
Well, Huddersfield started the second half well, had possibly their best chance of the game, and then a mad scramble at the other end. It's hotting up. Schofield. Scott to Booth. Smith ahead of Holdsworth. Tidy pass to Prendergast. Atkinson's throw, it came off Scott. This is James. Schofield did well. It's a good ball. Stead and Booth is arriving. Fall back for Accrington. Just couldn't keep it in, Chris Holland. Lovely crossfield ball to Stead.
It was. I think that's the ideal opportunity he's looking for as well, so he can just face the defender, try and take him on and cut it inside to get a shot.
Huge shout of man on from the Huddersfield fans behind Anthony Lloyd. Here's Mullin. Proctor. to Hollis. Prendergast. Good challenge by Stead.
Oh, great challenge from strikers. Those sort of things usually end in a booking.
Paul Cook looking for Mullin. And Prendergast to the byline. Oh, goalkeeper slipped. Sodje half away. Gray lost his footing. Just seemed to slip at what?
Yeah, you're right, Steve. As the cross come in, looked like he was going to come for it, and his foot went away from him. Here, it's good play. Gets the byline. And he just comes in, and Sodje just chests it. You've got to be really careful when you chest it there, because as that ball pops up, if somebody just shows their studs, as you blast it to try and clear it, can go in the back of your net.
Not sure we entirely agree that Ian Gray's save from Dean Calcutt. Not sure we entirely agree with Mark Lawrence, and it was one for the cameras. I thought it was a full stretch, a very good stop. This is James inside the penalty area, and Gray comes out well. Booth doesn't miss a lot, and now Booth hit it early, which was the right thing to do, I think.
Yeah, it just comes off, and he's having to look. The keeper's off his line, but it's not even on target.
Yeah, it shows that the goalkeeper, John Kennedy, is yet to really make a save in anger in the Accrington goal. It's Kavanagh. Mullin looking to turn Sodje. Safety first from Anthony Lloyd. That's gone in someone's garden, I think.
I think he's in the garden as well. You'll not get that back.
It's Accrington's throw. She's gone to get it. Jonathan Smith high. Have gone as far as the 4th round of the FA Cup in years gone by. Accrington Stanley, twice pre-war, and once 3 years before the original club fell out of the Football League. Holland. Sodje across, James won the header. Could have played on, I would have thought, but the free kick's been given.
Yeah, I think it's annoying for the home team as well. James, good lead, beats Sodje. Ball's dropping to Mullin, just play on.
Smith up, Cook into James. Nathan Clark over his shoulder. Well, James goes over, and there are shouts from behind the goal, but not from his teammates.
No. A bit theatrical for me. Does well, quick free kick from Cook into the body. He's got good control. He tries something, but he runs into the bodies. Don't think there's any foul there for me.
It's Accrington's throw.
Start again.
Mullin towards Prendergast. Proctor's header, Mullin. Hollis. Firm header by Sodje. Holland. Fouled by Proctor, and out comes the card again.
Yeah, sorry, honestly, I should imagine that was a card. To see Holland there, I think he knew he was coming, just played the ball just as he came in. Proc's just coming in late. He just has to accept that. It's a late challenge. He's saying not, but it is. I think Holland senses him coming here. Just a little toe poke. Gets it away, draws the foul.
Well run by Stead in the air. This is Booth to Schofield. Well, one of Huddersfield's best performances away from home this season, and there haven't been too many. Came in the League Cup. They won 4-2 at Sunderland, and also beat Derby in that competition before going out a couple of weeks ago to Reading. So they've had their moments in the Cup this year, and they'll be hoping for more from this competition. Robbie Williams for Accrington. Good to see the centre-half getting forward. James looks... A standing challenge denies Calcutt for the moment. Kavanagh. Calcutt. That was a better ball in. Holland for Huddersfield. Schofield, who's had a very tidy game in the Huddersfield midfield. On the slip, just allows Stead to get away. Stead square, and Booth couldn't get there, and the flag was up anyway.
It was. I think it was Stead across the far side, the first one. Schofield's running the ball, and Stead, he should be looking along the line. We repeat ourselves all the time, said about strikers running along the line, looking along the line. He can see the whole picture is wide. He just needs to hold his run. The space is in front of him. Schofield play that ball in front of him, then he comes onto it.
Peter Jackson in his second spell at Huddersfield as manager. That's Accrington's throw. Proctor. Kavanagh. Proctor takes over. He's managed to pick out Cook. Well, he scored from that kind of range in his long career, Paul Cook.
I just think he's a long way out, isn't he? There's no question about what's on his mind when he gets the ball. He's trying to put a lot of shape on it, curl it away from the keeper and back in towards the goal.
Booth. Robbie Williams. Kavanagh. And Sodjek looks to have hurt himself. Left Huddersfield with them 9th in the First Division. Came back with them just having been relegated to the 3rd. Well, they'll need Sodjek because Mullin and Sodjek has been a good battle all afternoon, and Sodjek's done pretty well.
Elvis. Accrington they need to stretch the game width-wise, I think, because you look, you've got Booth and Stead up front, and what they need to do is stretch them so that they can't put any pressure on the ball. Then the wide people should, the fullback should be wide on the touchline. Then they can get good possession and link it in with the midfield and maybe hit the forwards. But what's happening is the two forwards are working the 4 defenders, and they're rushing them on the ball and not allowing them to get good service into Mullin and to James. So I think just the fullbacks need to go wide, centre-backs have the ball and just pass it to the wide men.
David Dunn enjoying himself rather more than Sodjek just at the moment. They'll want him back, that's for sure.
Well, he knew what he wanted. Just get along the line. No need to show me your feet. The space is in front of you.
Nearly 700 games in professional league football. Paul Cook. Here's Lutal James, headed by Soji back on, but it's Prendergast, and Prendergast got him behind, and too much on the cross. Good ball by Lutal James. Dean Calcutt. Lloyd in the way, but it's Accrington's corner.
Well, they've got to keep the pace up, haven't they, Accrington? They're playing against 10 men, they've just got to try and wear them down, wear them down. They can't let the pace drop at all. I think it'll suit Huddersfield.
And that penalty area now contains every Huddersfield outfield player. And they still nearly didn't pick up the run of Kavanagh.
It's such a waste, that is. Got to put the Huddersfield defender under some pressure. If he's taking a short corner, it's got to be short, stopped and put straight into the box. Might be running out of balls here as well.
I was going to say, there's a living to be had behind that stand, isn't there? Kavanagh. Dangerous. Well watched by the keeper. He'll be back at work next week, coaching at Liverpool's academy.
Showing the kids how it should be done.
Oh, well played, Schofield. And still, just needed to be pulled back to Booth or Stead. It's too close to the goalkeeper. But he's played well, Schofield.
Yeah, he's working off the front men really well. It's hard work for him because he's got to get back and help out in midfield, and then when the chance comes to break, he's got to join in with the forwards.
Doing the work of two since Worthington was sent off. Here's Cook. Good turn by James. Good tackle too. Kavanagh. Under no pressure, Soji, you probably heard the shout of time.
I cannot believe what he's just done with that ball. I think that's always been his problem, even at his Crew days when Dario Grody's got a system of passing the ball there. I think his passing's been weak. He's got time on the ball, just use it, play it simple.
Calcutt to Kavanagh. Ball by Cook to Hollis. That's a shot, I think.
I'm all for shooting and having a go at crack at goal, but he's pulled it well wide, hasn't he? The crowd's gone quiet as well, Steve. You can tell, you know, they've got to give them something to get that behind them. Tees up.
Headed by Booth, who felt the collision with Smith, and the referee has given a free kick.
It's Williams. Is it Williams who's down? It's Williams who's down. There's been a battle going on, you know, both centre-backs and centre-forwards, both teams, but Stead there using his body well. Comes his back in and he's using his body well, but he's just looking here. He gets half a chance there. He's half turned. If he catches out and the keeper's off the line, he's got a chance, but referee's giving the benefit of the doubt here.
Well, this is a chance for Huddersfield. Stead looks like he fancies this. Four in red in the wall. John Stead. Oh, was not far away. Had every right to fancy it.
I thought it was going to be third time lucky for him. He knows what he's trying to do. Just starts it a little bit too far outside the far post.
Robbie Williams. Mullin. That's Justin Jackson, who Accrington Stanley signed only recently from Doncaster. Free kick goes Accrington's way. And here comes the change. Dean Calcutt is the player who's being replaced. I imagine Lutel James might move to the right of midfield and Jackson will play up front with Mullins.
Yeah, absolutely right. That's what's happening. Paul Calcutt, a couple of good efforts at the end of the first half. One of them could have given them a 1-0 lead, bar a great save from Gray. He makes way. As you say, James has gone over to the right-hand side now.
Justin Jackson?
Yes, straight down the middle, a bit more height, a bit more presence.
League experience with Notts County and Rotherham and Halifax and Rushden and Diamonds. Doncaster and now Accrington. And there he is inside the penalty area. It looked like handball.
Oh dear.
Well, the referee has said it was handball by Jackson. Jackson thinks it's handball by Sodje.
My first instinct there, that was this handball by Sodje.
Well, that was my first instinct as well.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Ball comes in. Whoa.
That's Sodje's hand, all right.
Hand, there's no question. That's why Jackson can't believe it. I think he's having a word with Sodje now. You can see Sodje tries to get in front. He realises he might be just getting turned there. Gets his hand in. Very, very lucky.
I think it's deliberate.
Well, I think he knows he's the wrong side. I think he knows that Jackson's just trying to turn him towards goal. If he does, he's got his right foot round it, and he's only a couple of yards outside off the line. He's got a good chance of scoring.
Could have been a penalty. Hollis for Accrington. And Jackson's introduction almost had immediate rewards for John Coleman's Accrington Stanley. Accrington's throw. Prendergast. Jackson. Shirt pulling going on, and it goes against Jackson, and that is the right decision because he was pulling Nathan Clark's shirt.
I think he might be still annoyed at the penalty appeal what went against him. He couldn't believe it, the referee. He saw the handball, but he thought it was Jackson, and he knows it wasn't him.
Booth. In towards Stead, out by Smith. Jackson fouled.
You can see Cook calling for it, a quick one.
Proctor. Holland in the way. Jackson just beaten to it. Andy Booth finds Holland. A little unorthodox, but he found him. Lloyd. And Lutel James. He's had flu, Justin Jackson, since he arrived at the club a couple of weeks ago. Is restricted into just one appearance before today. Actually, one of the girls who works for Accrington Stanley says it's man flu. It's really a cold. Here's Cook. Sodje. Well shielded by Booth. Chris Holland for Huddersfield. Kavanagh's chest. Jackson looking for James. header by Jonathan Smith, the substitute who came on at half-time, and he's done well as well since he came on.
Yeah, well, I can see why, obviously, John Conlon's brought him on. A little bit more of an aerial threat. Booth instead just enjoying winning a lot of balls in the first half. Smith comes up, come on, give a good account of himself.
He scored more than 500 goals in non-league football, John Coleman.
Can't argue with that.
Here's Cook. Good ball too into Mullin, but it was well read. Nathan Clark across. Still in. Hollis with a cross. Proctor, Kavanagh in space to his right. There's a threat here. Kavanagh's cross, Mullin's header. Goal kick. It might have been a goal.
Yeah, it's a terrific cross, isn't it? Kavanagh shaping it in, he's coming away from the goalkeeper. Mullin's attacking it. I think it's a little bit of a nudge, maybe. Not enough so he can guide it towards the goal. He's disappointed, you can see by the look on his face.
Good header by Booth. Johnstead. It's a really good header by Booth. And they work well together, and the finish wasn't there then,
yeah,
but they do. Work well
He's learning off Booth. It's a good touch. It sits up nicely for him. And this is a guy obviously scoring 11 goals, 10, 11 goals this season. You expect him to hit the target from there. That's a good opportunity.
Oh, here's Booth, and the goalkeeper's come, and Booth is round him. Well, Kennedy has recovered his ground. The referee there had a look at his assistant down on this near side, Guy Fawkes, to see whether there was contact from Kennedy on Booth.
We've got an intruder.
Oh, Huddersfield have 11 on the pitch again.
Oh, dear. Temperature's dropping, as we can see.
Now, look at this. I wonder if Kennedy caught Booth here.
Well, it's not enough, is it? It's not enough. Andy Booth, I think he's looking maybe to be brought down. And he goes past the keeper quite well. He just needs to take his time there because he knows it's going to be hard for Stead to join him because he's just broken the offside trap.
And Kennedy was walking a bit of a tightrope. But Andy Booth was unable to squeeze it in from the angle, and the break in play is because our portly friend...
Not too dissimilar to yourself, Steve.
Not John Coleman. Not John Coleman, no, he's not our portly friend, but our intruder.
Probably Mark
ushered away.
Mark Lawrence would probably say that's the most entertaining part of the game today.
It's a chance for both managers to take stock and the players to take on board some liquid. It's going to be quite a lot of stoppage time played at the end of this game.
Some can see the funny side of it.
I think everyone can see
the British thing to do, isn't it? Don't see any other country, do you?
A chilly afternoon in Accrington is probably not the best place to do it, really.
16 left on it.
Here goes Hollis. Free kick eventually given. Mullin was waiting for it.
Yeah, Clark just getting too tight to Mullin. Mullin using his experience as well, backing in.
Now, what can Mullin, Jackson, Smith, Proctor, Cook, James and Hollis do in and around the Huddersfield penalty area as Prendergast delivers, but not well enough. Holland away. Kavanagh. This time to jump Jackson. James.
Well, Proctor working really hard there, but he's got James just, what, 10 yards away from him, and he's asking for the ball. I can hear him from here, he's asking. He's trying a little trick, another little trick. Just play it simple.
Here he is. Just kicked away from Jackson by Lloyd. Not sure Sodje had too many ideas of where that was meant to go. Didn't find Stead. Here's Cook. About determination and effort now, the last 10-15 minutes or so, and Huddersfield have been playing for a long time with a man down.
Yeah, but as I said, sometimes it just unifies the team. They work extra hard, and you've got to try and make that extra man show.
Free kick goes Booth's way. Stead and Hollis together. Did well, Hollis.
Just seen it's Chris Holland just signal to the bench there that might need a substitution. He seems like he's limping right in the middle of the park in the centre circle now.
And Nathan Clark's going to take the throw-in. Prendergast has a long way to run. Sodje looking for Stead. Holds it up nicely, Schofield. Kavanagh ahead of him, Schofield beats him. Can't find the target again.
He's got through some work today, hasn't he? Does ever so well. Stead holds it up for him. Just comes into the picture, teases down the left-hand side. He's caught his ankle a little bit, but the ball's always going over.
To go up from the nationwide conference now, and not inconceivable that Accrington Stanley could make a famous return to league football. Good try by Mullin. When I say good, I probably meant bad.
It was an effort.
It was just well off target in the end. Huddersfield made the change, and Holland is indeed injured and is going to be replaced by Dwayne Mattis. Plays the same position.
Just like for like, just dropping straight in. What he needs to do is just keep the work rate up here. Just make sure they don't concede a goal. And if anything, just try and nick it towards the end.
Schofield just overhit for Stead. The idea was right, but not the execution. Nathan Clark's header falls to Schofield. There's Proctor. Hollis. Cook. Almost a great ball. Lloyd just got his head on it to keep it away from James.
It's excellent quality.
Lutal James. Jackson to James. Prendergast looking for the run of Cabinet and shepherded away by Sojek.
Yeah, it was. He did well there, Sojek. Used his strength well, just guided the ball over the line. The crowd, they need someone to, they need to get behind the team for the last few minutes. Rouse them to a good finish. A goal at this stage, I think, would see one of the teams through. I don't think there's any question about that.
It's there to be won. Here goes Booth. Instead, Schofield in the centre, but no one else. Stead waits, finds Booth, and his first touch took it away from him behind for the goal kick.
Tommy Booth used to call him. Good play from Stead. They linked up both of them well. You know, they're working really, really hard, and they must be tired now at this stage. Stead comes inside, links it to Booth. It's just the first touch. Comes away from him.
Mullen and Mattis together. There's Cabinet. Paul Cook. Prendergast. Gray goes chasing and gets there well ahead of Mullin. He's done everything that's been asked of him this afternoon, Ian Gray, and done it well.
He has. Took that really well under a lot of pressure as well.
Sodge's head. James. Jackson was looking to peel off Paul Scott. This is Mattis. Schofield. Good try and well saved by Kennedy. Lloyd with the shot. On the backhander comes to Jackson, and Sodje is in quickly and needed to be for Huddersfield. Accrington are about to make a change. Paul Cook is replaced by Andy Gout.
Well, he's played well, Paul Cook. Hit some tremendous passes. Gout in the last few minutes. Fresh legs just in the middle of the park.
That's a corner. And a little kiss for the ball for good luck. Prendergast hoping to set up the winner for Accrington. Huddersfield, everybody back. Accrington all bar one forward. Out by Mattis. Hollis wide to Prendergast. Very congested in the middle. Decent looking cross, and the header from Mullin. Stead could only find James. Huddersfield aren't out of the woods yet. Lutel James. And Booth does the sensible thing.
Well, Andy Booth done what Stead should have done in the first place when he got that ball and protected it from going for a corner.
He's been clattered, Ian Gray.
It's a good bit of pressure there from Accrington, though. I thought Mullen, when he got up for that header, I thought he was just going to glance it in. I think this is the first chance here. It's a decent cross. It's just how the strikers like it. Mullen just gets up. I think he just can't get over it. Just flicks it. This is where Stead just deal with it. Needs a second one. think it's Mullin. I think he's genuinely going for the ball. I don't think he's trying to hurt the keeper there. Just catches him in the back with his left foot.
Well, there's some ice being applied to Ian Gray. It's his hand, and it hurts.
Maybe he trod on his hand in the melee there.
Peter Jackson full of sympathy for his goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think somebody trod on his hand. This is what happens. The keepers usually tape up their fingers anyway, just in case someone has a shot and it bends their fingers backwards, so I think that's usual for goalkeepers to be taping up their fingers. But he's had a good game. It's a really good game today, so don't need him to go off.
Yes, he has. He's done well, Ian Gray. Produced the outstanding save of the game.
I don't think this helps Accrington either, Steve, because they've just had a little spell there, 2 or 3 minutes where they've had Huddersfield under pressure at the back all the time, and then they earn a throw in and they can't keep the pressure on. It all dies down, gives them a chance to regroup, just clear their heads, and everyone's picked up now and marked off the set piece.
Sergeant Pepper suit.
Doing a scratch card.
Well, Huddersfield will, at this stage of the game, be keen to get this back to the McAlpine Stadium, but can they protect the goalkeeper now, Ian Gray? There's only a minute of normal time to go, a bit more than that, but there'll be a good deal of stoppage time. Jackson. Huddersfield now do not need to get sucked in again as they were.
No, not at all. But Justin Jackson there, he's done well, he's held off the ball. Young James is up there in support and just linked the ball and then get it into the box. He's trying a difficult thing.
Mullin and Sodje together, the game finishing as it began, really, with those two competing for every high ball together. James through the challenge of Schofield. Mattis in the way. Looking to Stead to hold this up. He was well beaten in the air. Looked like a little nudge from Sodje on Mullin. Here's Hollis. Gout. Mullin's header is a good one. Nice cushioned header, looking for the run of Jackson by Mullin.
It was. Tell you what, Mullin did well. When that ball goes over Justin Jackson's head, the first thing he should do is spin and face his other striker and look for the knockdown. I think the goalkeeper's struggling.
Yeah. Yeah. The goalkeeper is going to come off, and Philip Senior will come on to replace him, making his first appearance of the season, Senior. And I guess as we move to the end of 90 minutes, that Senior will hope he doesn't even have to touch the ball.
Well, that'd be the ideal thing. Get his appearance money and not have to work for it.
21-year-old. Another Huddersfield-born player, Philip Senior. 5 minutes to add on.
His first touch is a kick. Slightly nervous. Probably just been thrown straight on, hasn't warmed up or nothing.
Well, there were a few late winning goals in the first round of the Cup yesterday. Kennedy's clearance, Mullin watched it well. And Gout, good try! What a goal! Andy Gout for Accrington Stanley! And he has surely whipped them into the second round of the FA Cup. with a magnificent left-footed shot. Phillips Senior is beaten, but I'm not sure any goalkeeper would have kept that up. Gauk's goal, and Accrington are in front in stoppage time.
Well, I said one goal might win this tie. It looks like it go to Accrington. I just think it's both the subs are involved here. I think it's Dwayne Mathis who he has a chance to clear it and he doesn't. He should just hook the ball away, and I think he's trying to bring it down. I think we can see here. There, just hook it. He's not first to it. Gauk gets there first, makes it his own, then just unleashes one. It comes from behind a defender. Well, it's a fantastic strike.
What a great strike. He's only been on the pitch a few minutes. Accrington 1, Huddersfield 0. Reformed in 1968, and now just minutes away from their finest hour since.
Well, that's the very reason all the cameras are down here. That's why we're here, because we felt an upset could be on the cards. The sending off, obviously an injustice for Huddersfield. They've worked really, really hard to not concede a goal. And when a goal came, well, it was spectacular, wasn't it? It was a terrific strike.
They want to get Nat Brown on. And I imagine he'll just be thrown up front. But what a strike from Andy Gauk.
It was determination in the end. I think Mathis just allowed the ball to drop. He probably wasn't aware of what was around him. Gauk was in on him like a flash and unleashed. Wow, it was a fantastic strike with his left foot.
Scott off, Nat Brown on, and he's going to play up. Prendergast and Jackson to get a handball. Huddersfield's free kick. There's a minute of stoppage time to play. That's how close Accrington Stanley are. And they have a throw-in.
Well, two opportunities there. First of all, Clark has a free kick and he has to get that ball in the box. He has to put Accrington under pressure. What does he do? He scuffs it to nobody.
And that doesn't help Huddersfield's cause.
Well, it's amazing. We've waited so long. They're all here enjoying themselves today. The draw will be made after this game as well, and that's what you want to be. You want to be in that hat. One more game away from drawing someone like Manchester United or Arsenal. It'd be fantastic. That's what one of the punters said to me today. Get through this, get through the next one and draw Manchester United away.
Kavanagh's looking for Jackson. They just want to hold it here. We're in the 96th minute of the game. Lutel James. Accrington's throw. Seconds away. Lutel James. Soche upfield. Gauk, the goal scorer. Prendergast. And Huddersfield need the ball at the other end, and Accrington will not hurry this corner.
They won't, and you can hear John Coleman down below as he's shouting, just keep it in the corner.
And Accrington have won! Accrington Stanley into the second round of the FA Cup. What a story this is. Reformed from the wilderness 35 years ago. It must be their finest hour since. John Coleman has taken his side into the second round of the Cup. Andy Gauk with the last gasp winning goal. Huddersfield will reflect on and rue the sending off of John Worthington early in the game. After only 16 minutes, they played for a long time with 10 men. But Andy Gauk's goal puts Accrington into the next round of the Cup. 35 years back in existence. Accrington who? Accrington Stanley, exactly. Accrington Stanley 1, Huddersfield 0.
wasn't a classic, but a classic result for Accrington Stanley.
Only in the FA Cup, right? Only in the FA Cup. I mean, you can't write some of the scripts sometimes, can you? Great result for Accrington Stanley. You have to feel sorry for Huddersfield with 10 men for probably the majority of the game. I think if it finished 0-0, nobody could have complained whatsoever. Congratulate John Coleman, really. Two of the substitutions he made, threw on an extra forward, threw on a goal-scoring midfield player, and his gambles won in the game.
Kevin, as a footballer at any level, to come on as a substitute like that and score a goal like that takes you through.
Well, it's a great goal, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's obviously with the keeper coming off as well didn't help. He doesn't even get a touch of the ball, does he? I mean, he's hit a great strike, back of the net. What more can you ask for? And like I say, you don't get little time to get back into the game, but very fortunate, I thought, at the end of the day, because you know, if Huddersfield hadn't got the man sent off, I think it might have been a different game. But he'll be made up. I'm sure the directors and the chairman will be made up as well.
Inspired substitution. Talk about substitutions. As far as Huddersfield are concerned, having to bring their goalkeeper on, he doesn't get a touch of the ball, then he gets faced with a shot like that.
Well, I'm not sure whether it was Gout's first touch of the ball as well, arguably. I think that was a thing, and
it can't have been. There's minutes, seconds to go.
Yeah, it's slightly route one. There's a ball that Huddersfield have got to deal with, and he ran onto it, and he's hit it, hasn't he? And
it's not a...
You could, if you wanted to be pithy, you could probably criticise the goalkeeper a little bit, but it's just a great goal.
You can criticise the centre-half, you can criticise the midfield player for not being aware of the man coming onto him, and then the goalkeeper at the end.
I tell you what, Ray, you never thought a goal like that would win this game.
I tell you, here's the goal scorer with Damien Johnson.
Andy, have you ever scored a better or more important goal?
Yeah, many times, to be honest, when I was in the league. No, seriously, it was nice to come on. I was disappointed not to start, so I mean, like, I missed last week's game through suspension, so manager had a difficult choice to make. So I was let out today, but I was glad to come on and, you know, scored the goal up to be the winner, you know what I mean? So I was delighted.
Did you have time to think about it at all as the champagne comes in?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Did you have time to think about it as the ball broke to you?
No, I mean, like I say, just the ball came, it took on the chest and rifled it, and it just looking up it through the net. So
a quick word with manager John Coleman. John, a fantastic day for Accrington Stanley.
Yeah, we didn't really play well. You know, we were a bit edgy, and to be honest, I thought they played really well with 10 men, and we probably didn't deserve that. But you know, it was a fitting goal to win it. Like, it was a tremendous strike, and you know, made up for Gauki.
Did you think that a goal wasn't going to come at some stage?
Well, I said to him 7 minutes ago, I said, it's not at all hard, just go on and get the winner. And he said, no problem, and you know, you wouldn't think it'd be so succinct, but brilliant.
Thanks, gents, go and celebrate.
Thank you very much.
Well, fantastic result for Accrington. It wasn't a particularly fantastic game, but it was a great result. Accrington 1, Huddersfield Town 0. Bradford Park Avenue going out of the tournament. They've been beaten 5-2 by Bristol City. Bristol City, they do manage to score some goals against non-league teams. Hayward Swifts and Harrogate Railway got hit last year. Great results for Hornchurch, though. Hornchurch, 4th in the Ryman Premier League, taking their chances against Darlington. 2-0. Kevin West got the first goal. Vinnie John, familiar name, but nothing to do with the other fella. 2-0 to Hornchurch. Sheffield Wednesday, a goal up against Salisbury. Salisbury, 92 places below Sheffield Wednesday in the pyramid system. A goal down, that was Adam Proudlock's penalty on 32 minutes. Other 3 games still to kick off at 3 o'clock. It can only happen in the FA Cup. Off we go now to the Football Association headquarters in London to join the FA's Head of Communications and Marketing, Paul Barber.
Good afternoon and welcome to Soho Square for the FA Cup second round draw. With me to make the draw are 2 former England internationals with FA Cup pedigree. Mick Mills was captain of Ipswich Town when they beat Arsenal in the 1978 FA Cup final, and Viv Anderson captained Sheffield Wednesday in the Cup final of 1993. Viv also made history as the first black player, of course, to represent England at senior level. Of course, fans wishing to vote for their FA Cup player of the round from this weekend's games can do so from Monday via the official FA Cup website, thefa.com. There are 20 ties to be made, with Viv drawing the home teams and Mick the away. Viv, could you please empty the balls into the bowl?
That's the easy part. Good luck, Viv.
None left in
Nice
there.
one.
None left
Yeah.
in there.
OK, off we go.
Number 18.
Number 18 is Northampton Town.
Number 33.
And they'll be at home to Western Supermare of the Dr. Martens League.
Number 38.
Is Rochdale.
17.
And they will play Thurrock or Luton Town, who drew 1-1 on Friday night.
Number 36.
Is Colchester United.
Number 7.
And they'll be at home to Aldershot Town from the conference.
Number 6.
Is Macclesfield Town.
Number 12.
At home to Cambridge United.
Number 2.
Is Peterborough United.
Number 24.
And they'll be at home to Grimsby Town.
Number 37.
Is Bristol City, who won today against Bradford.
Go on, Dan.
This is our old mate.
Go on, Dan.
29.
And they will play York City or Barnsley, who've just kicked off.
Lost a friend there.
Yeah, no, yeah. Number 3.
Number 3 is Oldham Athletic.
Number 10.
And they'll be at home to Blackpool.
Number 22.
That's Burton Albion from the conference, who beat Torquay yesterday.
Nice home draw.
This is important to you. This is important to you. 40.
And they will be at home to Hartlepool United.
Oh, good game. Number 34.
Is Gravesend and Northfleet, also from the conference.
25.
And they'll be playing Notts County or Shildon, who've also just kicked off.
Number 35.
Is Telford United.
26.
And they will play Brentford from Division 2. Beat Gainsborough Trinity yesterday, 7-1.
13.
13 is Woking.
27.
And they'll be at home to Kidderminster Harriers.
Number 20.
Is Hornchurch, who won today against Darlington.
Let's do well for them. 19.
And they will play Tranmere Rovers.
Number 14.
Is AFC Bournemouth.
23.
Against Accrington Stanley. Winners just a few moments ago against Huddersfield.
Difficult place to go.
Long journey.
Number 4.
Is Cheltenham Town.
16.
And they will play Leyton Orient.
Number 5.
Is Yeovil Town.
Number 9.
And they will play Barnet or Stalybridge Celtic, who drew 2-2 yesterday.
Number 30.
Number 30 is Port Vale or Ford United, who also drew 2-2 yesterday.
Number 8.
And they will play Scarborough from the conference.
Number 11.
Is Wycombe Wanderers, Tony Adams' new club.
Yeah, inside.
Let's give him something.
Yeah.
31.
And they will be at home to Mansfield Town from Division 3.
They won 7, didn't they? 28.
28 is Southend United or Canvey Island, who kicked off a few minutes ago.
Number 1.
And they will be at home to Lincoln City from Division 3.
21.
21 is Scunthorpe United.
Number 32.
And they'll be at home to Sheffield Wednesday or Salisbury City.
39.
39 is Swansea City.
And last one, 15.
And they will be at home to Stevenage Borough from the conference. That completes the draw for the FA Cup second round. The ties will be played over the weekend of the 6th of December 2003.
So, do you think Mark will add any ties there?
Well, I think looking at the results over the weekend, arguably Burton's result was as good as anybody, winning away at Torquay, and we've got a fantastic draw against Hartlepool because it's, you know, Clough Junior against Clough Senior's first team. So, and if you're looking for an upset, that's a possibility.
Telford, Brentford.
Got every chance, haven't they? They're at home. I think they'll come for Mick Jones there, isn't it? So he'll fancy that.
Accrington away at Bournemouth, but I think there's going to be a bit of a party around here for the rest of the day, wouldn't you agree?
Well, there will, and I think as well, financially that's not a bad draw for Accrington, because I think Bournemouth had something like 7,000 at their home gate yesterday, so not the greatest reward, but they're in the hat.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks very much, Kevin. That's it. Time to go. Accrington Stanley. Who are they? They're the team that knocked Huddersfield out of the cup.
Exactly.
Was on the way out, just kept thinking about you.